3 o'clock on the dot. 92%. That's an 11. That's an 11. 78 with a chance of meatballs outside. Anytime I see that birth year, I know it's go time. It's just go time. Yeah, I want to thank you guys for the beautiful reviews. And thank you for the ideas. You know, I mean, I learned just as much. Make a wish. I learned just as much from... You don't really want to take on someone else's problems. You want to take on the problem. And it's what it is. I mean, we can't get away from the energy that's in tarot at the present moment. Because, I mean, you got to think, the awakening was the one thing they wanted to stop more than anything else. So if people want to stop something, then it just basically boils down to, well, was it something good? Were they trying to stop something good? That's just what and there really is no good or bad. It's more positive or negative. Are they negatively trying to stop something positive? Look at it like this. You've got positive 5-star reviews minus 3-star Virgo's hackers. But then you have to look at it across tarot land. You have that Virgo energy that's putting it off onto hackers, but yet won't remove the reviews, wants to bring the reviews down. So it has access to the phone, obviously, but is such a dark, shady, destructive individual that they'll leave the reviews on there, and it just is the catalyst. It's just the catalyst for problems, negativity. That's what it is. However, thank you guys for the beautiful 5-star reviews. It's just what it is. You know, someone popped into the comments. You know, and we won't use any names. You go through my Facebook, you look at it. It's what it is. When you go from a decent following to putting people in their place, you're going to lose a lot of followers. Well, that's the point. You don't want that energy there anyway. Lowers the vibration. Lowers the vibration. And it's nothing but a heap of negativity. Thank you for that. So it's what it is. But, you know, when you see clickbait like, you know, they messed around and found out with the Pisces, and, you know, and their entire hate train is humiliation. Well, if you know that, and you come across a warrior, and they talk about, you know, groups creating the humiliation rituals. Yeah, I still think the funniest thing was when Tarot said, you know, they come to my business with a truth spell, and then the INFJ just messed around and gave them their truth to find out. I thought that was funny. It's what it is. You give someone their truth, oh, yeah, they didn't come for that. No, they didn't come for that at all. They certainly didn't. However, thank you for the beautiful reviews. There's nothing better than reading how well, and I don't want to minimize. However, what worked so well for you, that was 5 minutes, if that, if even 5 minutes, you know, and I don't want to blow the trumpet or anything, but that 5 minutes that did so well for you was what has caused, to my understanding, women to keep their feet. Because when my mother has an appointment to amputate a foot and doesn't believe in any of this shit, all I had to do was get her to believe in a positive thought. Same scenario we went over yesterday. Once I could get her to, I had to regress her back to when she was a child, swinging in a swing set. I asked her to remember, what's the most positive thought you can think of? When was your happiest moment? She didn't have one. You gotta love her. Her birthday was yesterday, but 80 years old, and her most positive thought she could come up with was when she was swinging in the swing set as a child. Okay, great. We'll go with that. That works. How's that feel? Oh, it feels like I'm swinging. Cool. We've got a smile now. Give me your fucking foot. Ta-da! 3 sessions like that. And they obviously didn't take her foot. She went into the grave with that foot that they had an appointment to take. Yes, they did. That's what it is. So thank you. It's what, and I mean, when we come across this information and it hasn't been available due to corruption, due to cash, they want your money. They want you in a site. When I have an ear, nose, and throat specialist tell me that he's been ousted, humiliated, blackballed, whatever, because he was taking money away from their continued care department. What are you talking about? He's taking money away from continued care? That must mean that the patients are getting results. They're not getting continued care. They're getting results. They did everything they could to ruin the man. Okay, so if you know that that's what they're going to do, cool. Then you stand behind Dolores Cannon. Been around since the 60s. When Dolores Cannon, I'll live to say this, when Dolores Cannon passed away, more information came out about her that they harvested with AI and plagiarism and you name it, than Tupac. That's what it is. Once someone's gone, well, it's just what it is. The parasites. That's what they are. They're parasites. And they feel justified in being because that's what they do. Let's take Pushing Up Daisy. Granted, she has no fleas. But if she did have fleas, the fleas would feel they had a right to be there. Well, cool. That's what Dolores talked about, going to the new earth, the higher vibrational frequency, as the human resonance of the earth raises. Those lower vibrational entities aren't going to make it. They know their time is up. So it's the last ditch effort. They have nothing else to live for. Think of it that way. And just understand it. We're focusing on health, raising our vibrations so that we can go with the new vibrations of the earth. And you'll hear it in the tarot readers. I'm getting high frequency pitches. You got Noah G noticing UAPs in the air. You've got Mac Dryden, the director of mindfulness in New Mexico. This is one of my favorite quotes, and they took his video down faster than anything else. And I have to agree with him. I match the same frequencies he does. I'm a higher vibrational entity. I'm the higher vibrational. Look at the Earth Angel glow. When you do the research on the Earth Angel, it'll tell you that we have a big, bright glow. I got the low glow. That's what it is. I got the low glow. That's what it is. However, that's Mac Dryden's quote. And I quote, "There are crystal cities in the sky. Set your vibrational frequency to them and you will see them. And then once you see it, once you learn to see energy in the air," simple search, learn how to see energy in the air. Can I teach you? Sure. Why am I going to teach you someone else's method when I have my own that I'm just kind of having to sit on? My method helps women to keep their motherfucking feet. So it's what it is. And I'm not going to be nice about it because they're doing everything they can to what? Humiliate the healer that helps women keep their fucking feet, but when they die, that's what it is. And then you wake up to that, and you got to keep in mind it takes a powerful amount of positive and negative energy at the same time to create that. That's why you see that switch flip. That's what it is. It takes intensity. It takes creating chi balls to make this light. That's what it is. Just a lot of energy. It's an absolute thank you for the notification. Takes a lot of energy, right? So what does that have? Well, that has a YouTube personality that basically draws in the lightest of the light and the darkest of the dark. Right? The most evil individuals you can possibly imagine, they come to the light. It's a bug zapper. It's a bug zapper. However, some bugs are just smart enough not to touch the inner fry zone. That's what it is. Anyway, thank you guys. When I hear, a healer does not give a shit. Cops and robbers are the same thing. When I have warriors telling me that, I'm doing the best that I can, yet that side of the tracks, has an issue, their humiliation rituals, that's what they're supposed to do. You're doing what you're supposed to do. You've made the change. Me, I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle of shit and shine, baby. That's what it is. And then oh man, I'm shit. And that's what I'm the shit. Yeah, I'm the shine. Look at that shit. That's what it is. That's what it is. Let's do a starseed read, shall we? God is all it is. Angels, archangels, ascended masters, divine white light has to be a clear and infinite channel for your wisdom at this time for myself, as well as those that do readings for. Namaste. So, and I mean, you got to think they've already got the energy and the collective of the pathway to tragedy is paved with good intentions. Okay, well, who's paving that? I'm paving the middle way. Straight up, baby. That's what it is. You're going to have tragedy on one side because people create their own hell. What are they going to feed off of? Right? If they're trying to feed off of this side, well, hell, they got to go across the bridge. They've got to go across the bridge. That's what it is. I mean, you got to think about it. Cops and robbers are the same human. They use vehicles and pew-pews at each other. Right? Because they're karmics learning karmic lessons in a perpetual loop. Oh, I don't like criminals. Oh, I don't like police officers. Bloop, you're a criminal next time. Bloop, you're an officer next time. How can that soul grow if they don't know what the other side looks like? So that's what you have. And they do. They do positive and negative things. Bloop. I'm a robber. Bloop. I'm a politician. It's what it is. I make the laws. I break the laws. I make the laws. I break the laws. I make the laws. I break the laws. I've 5-star Jesus. I have his permission to discuss his session. I'm feeling the love and camaraderie of the indigenous tribe, the hunters, the gatherers, the nurturers, and the warriors. Oh, the love in this powwow is amazing. Oh no, here comes some men. Oh no, I'm gone. Bloop. Oh, I'm wearing a funny white wig. Oh, look at all the warriors around me. We've just achieved a great victory. We've got all this loot. We just went into the indigenous village and robbed and pillaged all of them. Yay! It's a French-Indian War. Cool. So what is that scenario of the French-Indian War? That's why I love religious people. I don't want to, I'm seeing ghosts and shit, and I was referred to you, but I don't want to upset Jesus. Bloop, Muslim habit. I've got this veil over my face. No one wants to see my beauty. How you feel about pissing Jesus off now? Oh, let's just go over there this lifetime. That's what it is. I've got tons of those. So they do it every time. I don't expect anything different out of them. That's what it is. That's what it is. Cop, robber, lawmaker, lawbreaker, lawmaker. And then they do it. So that's one thing. Think of it this way. That's what Dolores said about homosexuality. They've been men and women. They've been the Emperor and the Empress energy so many times. So many times. I've been a man this lifetime, a woman this lifetime, a man this lifetime, a woman this lifetime. I've had it happen. That's one of the keys in QHHT is identifying what body you're in, male or female. Happens all the time. You take a woman down into a session. Poof, I'm a little boy in a village. I'm a little boy living on the mountains. I'm a little boy digging potatoes. Doesn't matter. This and that, this and that, this and that. Break it down into something you can understand. Cops, robbers. Cops, robbers. I don't like cops. You'll be a cop. I don't like lawbreakers. You'll be a lawbreaker. How could you possibly know what that soul has experienced unless you experience it yourself? It's karma. It's the wheel of karma. What is the clause? What is the veil? They don't believe in it. I don't believe in that. No, not me. Never. They fight the divine order. They're fighting. They're lawmakers fighting the law of karma because they're karmics. Look at the birth chart. Their birth chart will tell you all you need to know. Vibration. Their life purpose is upside down. Thank you, Spirit. It's just what it is, man. We can't get away from that. You can't get away from that. Too many of us now, right? Dolores Cannon has made thousands of practitioners, hundreds daily, in over 117 countries. Think about it. If she makes one practitioner a day in 117 countries, that's 117 practitioners a day. Thank you, Spirit. With millions following her? Okay. That was the thing. The Coast to Coast show with George Norrie, when Dolores Cannon would come onto that show, he would get millions of emails. She's not a small fry. Dolores Cannon is not a small fry. What are you going to get? People who can think outside of the box. People who can get out of their head. And then what else are you going to get? Oh, the lady's crazy. That's the first thing. Anyone who says, oh, the lady's crazy, I don't believe in any of that, has no experience. They've never had a session. Period. They've heard one concept and immediately threw the baby out with the bathwater. That's what it is. Have no idea what kind of results she has achieved. They can't believe my 5-star reviews. She has unbelievable results. Doctors, how did you do this? This is her gimmick. This is her selling point. Doctor comes to me after a conference. She traveled all over the world doing conferences. Still does it online to this day from the grave. What does that tell you? They still try to silence her. What does that tell you? They try to silence her from the grave. They can't respect her from the grave, but they'll silence her from the grave. Why? Because we need money! No profit, Nick here. Dang, Spirit. That's what it is. That's what it is. What did she go through? Oh, it's the devil's work. Well, yeah, she's dealing with the God consciousness and your God-fearing people. Her light triggered your demons. Left brain, right brain, subconscious mind. That's what it is. That's what it is. Now, why would I give a shit about what other people say? I've got people sending me weird experiences in the grocery store and UAPs coming out of portals. And I'm just saying that because I can't figure it out. I've got a video of what the fuck am I looking at? Thank you for taking that with your messenger. Thank you for taking that with your Facebook phone. How well can you edit and doctor that when you've got a TikTok from Seraphim Wings? I'm a government shenanigan. Look at, I'm the Antichrist. Look at me. Worship me. Worship me. Worship me. Cards in the upright. Yeah, cool. Did you see that sleight of hand? Focus on the situation is to have no faith. That's what it is. They don't have any faith. They don't have any faith in themselves. They don't have any faith in others. All they do is fight for their limitations and their dark secrets. It's fine. It's fine. I watched something on faith last night. Amazingly enough, that's what they said. How can you be hope? Because he believes it. It doesn't matter what someone believes. And that's the thing, is me sitting as a QHHT practitioner watching you and him argue. I know he's going to be you next lifetime. And you're going to be him. Because how would your soul know? You're opposition. You're the opposition. Universal law of energy, the energy that you two carry, cannot be destroyed by either one of you, only transferred, so that you know what it's like for that soul's growth. How can you believe the things you believe? How can you sit here and talk about faith? Well, and he said, you come to school every day, but you don't know for a fact you're going to get a diploma. You have faith they'll give you the diploma at the end of the day. You go to the cafeteria and eat, but you don't know that there's not rice and there's not poison in your food. You just have faith that you can go into the cafeteria and order some food and it's not going to make you sick. You have faith in these things. Yeah, but your beliefs. Yeah, well, and then as soon as I hear that, the QHHT practitioner in me steps in and goes, oh boy, opposition. You will be him next lifetime, and he will be you. It's the law of karma. It's in tarot. Tarot's older than all of you. It's older than all of your books. It's older than all of your educations. So that's what it is. That's why I love tarot. And you're connecting in tarot with the same higher self that I connect to with QHHT and Reiki. That's why I took all three of them, mixed them together, stirred them in a pot, and poof, connected to the higher self. That's what it is. Thank you for that. That's what it is. What are our intentions? Soul travel. Yeah, if you guys aren't ready for astral projection, it's what it is. You've got mass exodus in the cards. Cool. That's an exit. That's people ascending, and that's people descending. That's people exiting the matrix, and that's people going into the ground to do it all over again. People going in the ground to do it all over again. People ascending off the wheel of karma. People going in the ground to do it all over again. I'm trying to prove me wrong, so don't fuck with me. Moving forward. Soul vessel. That's what it is. People ascending or going in the ground to do it all over again. People coming into union with the divine white light and the attachment to all that is. So God is everything. Your soul vessel is connecting to the all there is, the divine white light that creates the all that there is. It doesn't matter what it is. It was created by somebody using that light. Somebody using that creative spark within them created everything you use, see, and do. Are they all great creations? Fuck no. Let's go to the bar. Let's go down to the trap house. Somebody created that joker with God consciousness. That's what it is. Yeah, visions are upside down. That's what it is. And you got to think that's what people are upset about. Their visions are being destroyed. Or their visions are so good, they got parasites all over them. They got people just feeding. They're sucking off your back. That's what it is, right? Now that they're being outed, okay, what's the dilemma there? Some people support that. That's why they do it. They support it. There's honor among thieves. There is no honor among thieves, and there's honor among thieves. That's what it is. That's why you have a group collaboration to go after one individual, and then when they all start to fall, they either stick together or they turn on each other. Will some stick together? Absolutely, because they all had the same intentions, the same agenda. Back to the will you go, baby. That's what it is. What do we need to explore? Yeah. You're all perfectly imperfect. However, a lot of people's perfect plan is falling apart. It's what it is. I mean, I have absolutely no problem telling people I'm starting out fresh with 5-star reviews. Got hackers all off in the cards, tarot? Well, cool. Virgo brought that energy in. It's in my reviews. She left the reviews for all of you to see and target. That's what it is. She came in and doesn't talk to me, hasn't left me a ton of voicemails that I don't return. She hasn't done any of that. But she's got that 3-star review in there that hackers did. So, Tarotland, all those hacker energy problems you have, go talk to Virgo. Virgo knows all about that. And she's easy to find. She's in my reviews. Just go straight to Virgo. Go straight to Virgo, take care of it. Unleash all your issues. Unleash all your concerns about hackers, about fucking people in their south node that are fucking around with Pisces. Just unleash all of your love and all your joy on Virgo, because she would love to show you where her phone is, so that you can go back and find those hackers. She has no problem with that. Has a lengthy criminal record, just like some of us. However, mine, I'm interested in because there's magic involved. Is it, and you're telling me that it's a Virgo, Taurus, or a Capricorn that's all in their feelers. So it's what it is. You guys tell me. I'm not stressing it. I forgave them and let them go. They're your problem, not mine. What's underneath soul travel? Yeah, they got no self-love. It's what it is. They have nothing else to live for, Pisces. They just have nothing. They don't love themselves. They can't love you. They don't have self-love to love others. Oh, no. They certainly don't have Reiki's positive intentions to help or heal. That's what it is. That's the thing about Reiki. Why is Pisces glowing? Because Pisces is grounded with intentions to help or heal. That's what it is. That's the first thing you learn in Reiki. You abuse your abilities, you lose them. I've stuck to that so hard. Fuck, I'm calling my energy back, probably getting other people's abilities. Are some of them dangerous? Well, at this point, I would probably say so. My mental capacity is like a hand grenade. That's what it is. Can't do anything about that. Yeah, self-serving and jealous. Look at that. People out there with their self-serving needs and jealous. What do I hear that they want to humiliate warriors? Cool. I remind those warriors, I'm the healer. I'm a healer for you. It's trying to humiliate you? Cool. We'll just let them humiliate the healer. That's what I do. That's free advertising to me. Yeah, what is supporting this soul travel from the past? They didn't do the work. They didn't activate the rainbow body. That's what it is. They didn't cleanse, clear, and balance their chakra system to ascend into the divine white light. That's what it is. They didn't ascend to a crown activation. They didn't clear out all of the negativity and the things that were holding them down. They didn't raise their vibration. Do we still have a lot of work to go? Absolutely. Fucking before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. That's what it is. However, going into the future, yes, currently people's visions are flipped upside down. Their vision was to stop your healing. Their vision was to come up with more derivatives to continue your care, because they feed your addiction. They feed your addiction, plain and simple. Right? And you want that. You go and you ask for it. Matter of fact, you go and sit in the waiting room, not waiting to get hit, because I've been there, not waiting to get healed, waiting to see what they're going to prescribe you, because that's what people talk about. They will use their ailment as a personality. That's their personality. That's their identity. They identify with their disease. Look, I got a new disease today. And I got this nifty new blah, 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 I can't pronounce. And it does blah, 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 blah. Well, they guinea pigged me on every medication you can possibly think of. What did people want to know? Does it have the sleepy eye label on it? The fuck, you want to be drowsy, dummy? Okay, great. Tell me how that works out. How's your creative spark when you're drowsy? How's your light? How bad are they dimming your light? That's why I don't give medical advice. I don't believe in it. I believe in the opposite side. Right? It's the opposition. I've been there. I've learned all I need to learn from them. I forgive them. I let them go. I'm not afraid of them. They do their own thing. People choose that. They have free will choice. They give you the apple and the burger. Right? However, some people are over here eating the apple, worried about the people with the bitter burger face. Oh, you mean I got bitter burger face? That's what it is. Yeah, and they're not starseeds. So you're going to have people that don't grow. They don't grow in astrology. They don't grow in holistic, and they don't grow. That's what it is. As above, so below, and they won't grow. That's what it is. That's what it is. Don't even need any more cards. No, cool. We'll end it right there. So, and that's what you got to keep in mind. Holistic practitioner, medical field. holistic practice. It doesn't matter what it is. They don't scare me. That's what it is. How many people have you heard about? Oh, this person came up with a cure and was assassinated for it. Look how much money that individual that won't profit is going to cost us. They choose money over love. Cool. Now we choose intuition over all of you. It's what it is. It's what it is. So, what's that going to create? Well, me personally, I don't. If I see you're about to lose your foot, that foot's gone, my friend. Depending on who you are, you can do the work yourself. You can say all healing is self-healing. All healing is self-healing. I'm not going to go out of my way to get you to think about when you were a little girl fucking swinging in a swing set. That's not my cup of tea anymore. More than willing to help, but you have to be able to think of something more positive than a swing set when you were a little girl. That's what it is. I don't have mommy issues. I have time issues. I'm going to sit and waste my time for a foot you don't deserve anyway. That's what it is. Don't deserve the foot. Didn't appreciate it. That's what it is. You get to keep the foot and then fill it full of 5 packs of cigarettes a day. That's what it is. I smoked for 30 years. Thank you for the beautiful review last night. It's very silly. Last review is like, help me keep smoking. He helped me stop smoking by attacking my reality. I told him, I said, I don't do the stop smoking. I said, if you go to a hypnotist to stop smoking, all they're going to do is attack your subconscious mind that I work with. So don't attack your subconscious mind. Attack your reality, right? Every time you feel like you want to go get a cigarette, write yourself a contract. Right? I'm not going to smoke. Fucking do something else. Attack the reality. Don't fight for the limitations and fight for the shit you want to do. Right? Attack your dreams instead. Attack the things that are going to kick. Attack that carrot. Go for the carrot. Do something to get your mind off of it. Because that's all a hypnotist is going to do is attack your mind. Make you think you smell like an ashtray every time you fire one up. So to make you self-conscious. Well, to me, and talking with other QHHT practitioners, we just kind of agreed. I mean, there's if you use things as a reward system and wean yourself off of it, if everything you do is positive, chances are your reality becomes so positive. The only thing that's negative is what you allow in it. And is it going to attract those? Absolutely. Look at my comments. That's what it is. And I find it funny because I understand where they're coming from. And they'll be a QHHT practitioner their next lifetime. That's what it is. Y'all have a beautiful day. Don't have too much fun. And yeah, I mean, now you have readers, very, very good readers. The karmics have sealed their 3 fates. Right? Spinner, Allotter, and Inflexible. They had a chance to spin things around. They had a chance to spin things around. Get to their degree. Get to their degree on the Wheel of Fortune, which has nothing to do with money. It's all about Anubis. That's what it is. I mean, when you hear them talking about spiritual inheritance, cool. What degree of spiritual inheritance have you rose? And yes, the pathway to hell is paved with good intentions. What it is. The more important the person is that you help, they're important because there's something that thinks they're not important. So it's polarity. So that's what it is. That's why you stay in the middle and just kind of laugh at both sides. Right, here we come. There's someone right there with a money gateway activation. Now, here's the thing. What is their money gateway activation? How does that apply to the new digital financial system, the Dogecoin that everyone's talking about? Right? We've got a lot of devil energy in the cards that only cares about money, and they're trying to do everything they can to silence Pisces, and their notification pops in. That's what it is. And I have no issues. I have no issues with cash. I have issues with devil energy that's all off in our cards, that's doing nothing but causing, because they can't create on their own. They're creating on their own now, but how many creators have they taken down with them because of their jealousy, because of their envy? That's what it is. Can't do anything about that, right? And then pop in as I'm making a video, right? So, and they'll be drawing their subscribers over to them, which is fine. I'm not about subscribers. However, keep in mind, I just got through hearing a reader last week talking about them affecting your brainwave state because they don't care who they hurt. They only care about money, and that's what it is. It's a money activation that just popped in. They only care about money, right? And they're shifting your timelines. Shift your timelines. Sleeping with sleep hypnosis. They've already done a public apology about sliding in a subliminal advertisement for their. Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. That's what it is. And they're doing everything they can to attack Pisces. Cool. You've got all these Pisces women talking about how they only care about money. They don't care who they hurt. And the definition of adult ADHD is the channel changing in your head, timeline shifting in your head, and you don't have control of the remote because you gave it to the devil. That's what it is. And that's that Capricorn devil energy that's in your cards. So that's what it is. I can't do anything about that. Can't do that. People like it. That's what it is. This is an illusion. And they go right to it. They like the illusion. They like the entertainment. So do I feel it's going to have an after effect? Well, yes. You have beautiful women reading tarot talking about how they are affecting your brain waves because they don't care who they hurt. And we know that they're changing the rails for a new digital financial system. And all they're doing is activating your moneymaker. That's what it is. Are they educating you on the new digital financial system? That's what I'm studying. So that's what it is. It's a whole lot easier because we don't know. We got to expect the unexpected. But you want to study what they've already given you, not fighting for the same old thing because it's what, and they know their time is up. So it's going to be my question is when that switch gets flipped, how many bribes has that individual done? And is that the individual that's all off in the cards, Pisces Tarot, that was the devil that was bribing people with money that they made off of other people's backs? Is that what that is? I don't know. You girls tell me. Y'all know more about it than I do. Namaste.